so you push up on the skin. Rock it real good like a real mother shit, cause just like camel suit, she's good. Style, class, a big ass my man, what I'm saying. She got it going on, I'm not playing. Round two started and she started rubbing on and she said, do you wanna? Yes indeed. After me I had a friend. I kicked the Willy Bobo I was in. But what I got a jet cause my time is through. Hey yo baby, ooh for you. Bad food. That's on the soul train, cause I'm the down to the Cornelius. Begin with the suck of my hair on my chinny chin penis. Bring the sameness and your meanness. I'll be sure to get her a Versace seamstress. Because the muckets and the huckets and your jams and buckets. You want the squad G, give her some ducats. And maybe you get the butt. And she'll drink the nut. And the slut, the burger and the plasma. Yo, the bitch is bugging and joking like you the rapper. I'm Larry and word up, not worrying. How you had the lyrics of regular Shakespearean. Ride the female horse and show up. Who's the boss? No matter who you screw. Course you're older than 11, 8 years older than 7 house, but you can come to my crib and show rock.
Hey, yo, Raw, what you tellin', yeah? We can moan and groan till our mom comes home. You should be calling me Aldo Capone. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? I'm do all type of wild things. See, I'ma try to turn you out, you know what I'm saying? I want you to go away. Yeah, you don't have to cry. You're sticking nails in my back. I'm tired, I'm going to bed.
I'm finna do my thing. It's crazy in the club when I'm in that man. Get up. Trust me, homie, I'm not playing. I had a dance floor off the chain. I said, get up. I came to bring you that California love and a little New York hate. It's all of the above. I'm not playing. I'm saying I'm off the chain. You better follow instructions. I said, get up. I bow to I fall. I stunt till I drop. I'm off the showroom floor, not the used car lot. You buy a bottle, I buy the bar. I make any other week feel like Mardi Gras. When I get into it, I get into it. Everybody can't do it the way I do it. I make it rain, then the sun come out. Rain, we make the come out now. My question is who they gon' blame when I'm at number 1 on the Billboard again. Shift now, the game done changed since Mike made Thriller and Prince made Purple Rain. I guess I made the kids once and NWA made the West Coast bang. Nah, it's just music, man, it's just music. Now get your on the dance floor and move it. I have the savoir-faire, I'm the reason everybody here. I say get up. I make it hot in here. Your feet hurting, I really don't care. I say get up. I wanna see you move and get all into the groove. I say get up. I'm getting money, man, I really don't care. Let me see you put your hands in the air. I say get up. Good. I won't get to know you better. You look good in them jeans and them red stilettos. You got a Bentley coupe. Baby, I wanna drive. See and tell you what your mileage is when I'm out. I wanna take you for a spin, you know, round and round. Switch gears till your love come down. I take you to the point of no return. If you listen, you learn just how it earn. I got money to burn. While the gap bib drop the bomb on me. It's up and down gracefully. Rick James would've said shit, brick house. A 50 you should go on and see what that about. I find out she like it how I like it, huh? Back it up, get you some. I know how to get you. Tune you up, use your tongue. Under the hood, it's so good. She said so good. Damn, I'm so hood. What up? I have the savoir in everybody hair. I say, get up. I make it hot and your feet hurting. I really don't care. I say, get up. I want to see you move and get all into the groove. I say, get up. I'm getting money, man. I really don't care. Let me see you put your hands in the air. I say, get up. And get into it. You're now rocking with the unit. I say, get up. And get into it. We're gonna show you just how we do it. I say, get up. Aftermath. Still shady aftermath. I say, get up. Aftermath. Still shady aftermath.
What's good? Where we at? Hey, look, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, bro. You know, I always kind of come in with some type of story or something. Excuse me 1 second. Let me grab this. Okay. Just wanted to grab my drink, guys. I had an extra and pull it in. Listen, just had my my Bengal Hummer truck pulled up out of here. Yeah, it's one of them things where I gotta send it to the, I'm getting rid of it. I sold it. All right, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm emotional right now. I mean, bro, it's one of, guys, we have toys. It's one of my toys. And I just had to watch my truck be pulled up out of here, my Hummer, that I spent so much time and effort on and making it into my precious Bengal Houday truck. Some of y'all seen it. But yeah, I'm emotional right now because I just had to get rid of it, yo. I didn't have to, but it was time. It was time. It was time. Some of my fellas know on here because I used to drive it down. Y'all, I took it down to the stadium. Boom, it was my toy for the last few years, man. And some of y'all gonna trip on me because I'm getting rid of it this year. If we were 5-0 and 6-0, it probably wouldn't have happened this year. But remember last year I was talking about getting rid of it, mainly because it's just taking up too much space. You know what I'm saying? And I really need to, I'm trying to conduce. Here's what it is. Jerica said he come on here flexing. No, sis, you got to understand. I've been talking about this for a couple years now about, when am I going to get rid of it? Because of the fact that I'm winding down, Jerica. I'm winding down, fam. I'm trying to retire. You see what I'm saying? And when I retire, I want to kind of just be, I don't want to have a bunch of stuff to deal with. Like, I'm that guy that wants to move into the mini homes because, quite frankly, I only use, look, I'm not bigging up nothing, Jerica, but I don't know how many rooms you have in your house, and it don't matter. Tracy Dillingham, Daryl Carpenter, John Ludd, everybody in here. It don't matter how many rooms you have in your house. I only utilize 2 or 3 of them. I am very suitable. I'm conducive. Let's just say that a small home is conducive for me because all I do is sleep, eat, and use the restroom in my house. I guess I could say, I have a studio and, I might not have that much longer. You just never know. And yeah, I work out, but sometimes I go to the gym. I go to the gym more than I utilize my home gym. See what I'm saying? So I'm that guy that's reducing down to try to get ready to have as less to take care of or to do as possible. Because look, what I've learned in life, and hopefully y'all can hear me. I didn't do a sound check. I hope everybody can hear me. But listen. Oh, I'm going to get to what y'all want to talk about. Trust me. But listen, as we get older, we want to do less. And we don't want to do, we don't want to take care of things. I don't. I don't want to take care of nothing. That's why, when it's like this, young people don't know any better. I'm about to do some dumb shit. Young folks don't know any better. Young folks want everything. They want cars, they want clothes, they want this, they want that. And what I've learned in life over all my years is it's not that hard to get stuff. What's more difficult, guys? What's more difficult, fam? Taking care of it. Maintaining it. That's where I'm at in life. That's just one less thing that I'm gonna have to take in and get oil changed and rotated tires. And I don't drive it out. It's I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do none of that. I'm tired of doing all of that. Hell, I to be honest with you, I want to retire and ride a bicycle, not a motorcycle. I want to retire and just kind of ride a bike down to the store if I want to down on the beach. I want to retire and just be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go to the grocery store today, and I can walk outside my door and walk down the street to the corner, like old school days. Walk to the store. I don't want to drive to the store, and I don't want to drive to the store and put $200 or $300 worth of groceries in my car. I want to go down there gingerly. I want to go down there in my flip flops. I want to go down there with a little bitty ass basket and buy my groceries for the day. Because I'm that type of dude. Like, I want to do it old school like that. It wouldn't hurt me to go to the grocery store every day just to buy my food for the day. Is that corny? I mean, I'm getting older and I know I feel that way. Like, I don't want to go to the grocery store, go through the lines. I want to go through the fast-paced line every time I go in there, get my shit, and get on up out of there. That's what I want to do. So, in order to do that, I'll reduce everything down. That's what I'm trying to do, reduce everything down. Let me see. Somebody made a couple comments. Let me see if I can catch up with those before I go on. Daryl Carpenter said over 5 losses. Yeah, it kind of looked like I'm giving up on them. Like, my truck is headed to Dayton, Ohio right now. The buyer of my truck, the buyer of the Hummer, he was a Dayton, Ohio guy. And he told me years ago, if you ever want to get rid of that thing, let me know. And I couldn't believe it. I reached out to him. I kept the card. I put it in the glove box and forgot about it. And when I made my decision to let it go, I went in the glove box. I thought about the guy and I called him up, and the dude said, I'll come get it right now. And I said, well, I'm not in Cincinnati, at this particular time. I'm not at Cincinnati. I actually called him, left him a message. He called me back a couple days later, and I was not in town. So he called. I said, well, if you're still interested, here's what I want for it. The guy didn't blink a lick. He didn't blink an eye. He said, okay, I'll come get it today. I said, well, unfortunately, I'll consider it yours, but I'm not home to give it to you. I'm actually in Florida. I was in Florida at that time. Man, I hated giving away. I hated selling that truck, bro. But at least he didn't negotiate and act all like that. You know what I mean? That would have made it even worse. He wanted to negotiate and haggle and all that old shit. I gave him the price, and he said, fine, I'll come get it today. And I didn't even think twice to say to myself, damn, he took that price way too easy. I didn't care. He said, I gave him the number and that's what I wanted. And he said, okay. And that was it. Sometimes we'll kill a deal, or sometimes we feel cheated. Tracy Dillingham, do you remember that time you and I had that conversation on the air? And you called and it was about your mom's house in Madisonville. And I said, did y'all get what you asked for? And you said, well, yeah, we got what we asked for. And now you kind of harper back on, well, they made this on it. Well, hey, just be happy with the deal you make. Never worry about what somebody else doing after the fact. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how they deal gonna work out. They might have got a few dollars more. You feel me, Tracy? They may have got a few dollars more than you would have made. But here's the thing. You don't know what trouble, or you don't know what concerns, you don't know what workload, you don't know what comes with the money that they made. You know what you made, and as long as you happy with your deal, don't even get caught up in what they doing. Trust me. I've learned that when you watch other, and I don't mean this to you specifically, Tracy, I mean this in general in negotiations. When you worry about what somebody doing with what you done sold them or whatever, that could drive you nuts. And I wouldn't, I've learned in doing some deals that's a bad practice. It's bad to try to stay involved in the negotiation or in the deals after they've passed you. You got your money. Now move on and make the best out of what you got out of the deal and let them do what they do. Tracy, they might have made $100,000 on that house, but that ain't, you know what, sis? Y'all made out good. Mom's situation is good. You understand? And if they made $100,000 over there, you don't know if that's $100,000 good. You feel me? You don't know. See what I'm saying? So let's just stay on our deals. Shout out to Tracy Dillingham and her family for that. I'm sure they, They made out well. But listen, yeah, the truck is gone. For all that, we used to go down the way, and I used to do the tailgating, and a few of my buddies would come around and we would talk. And I had a little big screen in the back, so we would watch the pregame in the truck. Bow, bow, bow. It's gone. And I didn't give up on my Bengals. My wife was like, when is it going to happen? And then I said, I'm not giving up on the Bengals, but this year probably a good year to let it go. You know what I mean? If it was a winning season, I might even have been able to ask for more, but I don't care. I got the number I wanted. Tracy said that's what they made, $100K. She still owed on her house, though. Yeah, she don't anymore. See what I'm saying? And I remember the numbers. I have a thing about numbers. I can't remember faces. I can't remember names too well. I'll remember faces, but I'm bad with names. But when it comes to numbers, I can remember deals that I negotiated 20 years ago. The day, the time, how much, and what it's just something about numbers. I don't know why. It's just numbers are something that I just usually don't forget when it comes to negotiations and things. Like I'll screw up somebody's age. Hell, my wife is still mad at me because of our anniversary date. Well, I know the date. I just didn't know what the count was, and that's bad because she used my memory of numbers against me. She said, you can remember everything else that got something pertaining to numbers, but you can't remember. I was like, you got me. You got me there. Touche. You got me. But anyway, yeah. So the truck is gone. Truck is gone. What was that? Somebody made a comment about, let me go back and see what it is. Michelle Hardy, what's good, sis? She said, yeah, I got rid of my car last year because someone gave me such a hard time about it. Was that you, Michelle, that everybody was like, when you gonna get a new car because you didn't have that car for like 20 years or something like that? Was that you? We were talking about that a long time ago, a couple years ago on the show. Was that you, Trey? Was that you, Michelle? I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. Daryl Carpenter, I'm gonna go all the way back because I wanted to address this. I think I didn't read it. I just seen you put, when you put my full government up there, I guess it's important there. You put my whole name up there, brother. So I'm assuming it's something. I don't know. It said Randall Wyatt, your mayor. So I got to see this because I got to see what he's talking about. He said Randall Wyatt, your mayor, was in the studio with Lincoln Ware, and guess who he blaming the gun violence on that's going on in the city? Yep, you guessed it right. Gun-toting, law-abiding citizens who leave their guns in the cars. Shake my head. Y'all gonna get that. It ain't never the person who's shooting the gun fault. It ain't never the perp fault. It ain't never the perpetrator's fault. It's the everyday citizens who are allowed to tote their guns and put their guns in their car, lock them in a box, do whatever they got to do. I think what gets me is when people say all they do is go in the cars and get the gun and don't. If they seen $100 sitting on in the ashtray, they wouldn't take it. They just take the gun. I mean, you could say that to people in their face. You could literally say that they want guns. Easy to blame guns and not or a moral of people or person or whatever you want to call it. That is that's a heavy ass thing to do. It take a lot of balls to be able to do that. I mean, I'm just being honest with you, bro. I don't want to get into the politics of this shit, but if you don't see how things are being played, never take up the game of chess. You'll be a horrible chess player because the way I see it, if you're sitting at a chess game, you're supposed to anticipate not necessarily your move. You're supposed to anticipate what move your opponent is going to make. And some of the chess shit that I see going on today, I'll be honest with you. They might as well just sit their playbook down right in front of you or their train of thought. You still wouldn't see what plays they about to put on you. You still wouldn't see that they about to move. You still wouldn't see the moves. And that's okay. Look, man, I'm not here to change anybody's mind. And I'm not here to tell you that you should understand or you should see it. I just don't understand. I get it. I do understand. And that's why I'm over it. That's why I ain't trying to convince nobody. That's why I ain't talking that politics shit. Because look, politics get people hurt. It get people on different sides. It's so divisive. And of any people on this planet that don't need this politics shit, it's us. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So I'm going to stay away from it. And there's a lot of people that love the fact that I'm staying away from it because they don't need someone like me talking about it. They don't need somebody. I said, look, let me leave it alone. Let me read. Daryl said, Wyatt, ain't no law-abiding citizens leaving assault rifles like AK-47s in their car. Shake my head. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. I'm having a little bit of computer problem here. My mouse is moving very, very slow to these comments. What's good, Jabbar? Jabbar Rhodes, what's happening? Let's see here. I can't move my mouse. There it is. All right, there it is. It's just catching up. All right, so let me go to the phone lines real fast, if you guys don't mind. I've had several calls come in. I don't know why, what they want to talk about. So I'll start on that real fast before we get going. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Let me make sure I got you set up. Excuse me 1 second. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
You are speaking with your number one black not Democrat, also known Drop Squad 52. How you doing, Mr. Wyatt?
Drop Squad 52. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I just turned TV back on. I said, oh, let me see what Wyatt talking about. I turn it on. You're talking about giving up on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, no. You heard
wait,
wrong.
hold on. Don't cut me off.
You heard wrong.
I just want to tell you where I'm at.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Because I'm going to get to where I'm going.
I know.
Okay, so I'm listening. And then I heard you said that you're getting rid of a truck and you're downsizing because as you get older, you want to live in a community where you can walk to your grocery store, you can walk to the cleaners, you can walk to the park.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, Wyatt is either listening to shit I say or he's trying to live my life.
Hey, brother, you are retired. Is that how you living in your retirement? Seriously,
Wyatt, bro, see, that's why I believe in a higher power and how sometimes God sends you signals, right? Certain things happen at a certain time. So when I turned your show on, you were describing exactly what I did back in July of 2023.
You did sell your Beamer.
Yeah, I donated it to charity.
I remember that. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So I did it because of everything you said. I said, I walk all the time anyway. Everything's in my community. If I needed to go further out, like to my credit union or Walmart, I used the electric bike that I bought.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, you mentioned something about another mode of transportation that you were thinking about using.
I'm going to get a bike.
Right. So all I'm saying, Wyatt, this is why people like you, the technology we have available, you could pass on this stuff to people and it's going to make them think. It's like, for one, if I'm in my 50s, my late 50s, I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do when I'm in my late 60s. And so I just want to wrap it up by saying this, bro.
Okay.
Everything you said, Wyatt, I've lived it. You're speaking it into existence. I'm watching people comment, and it's like some people, they hear what you're saying, but they're also saying that, oh, he got money. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. But it's not about them trying to be you. It's you showing them that the journey has been traveled. I am an example that the journey is possible, but you have to start planning.
Sure.
You gotta have a plan. And again, Wyatt, brother, all I gotta say, you keep doing what you're doing. You keep telling your stories about your life and how you live in it, because the way the Black community used to think, them days is over, Wyatt. It's got to be a new way of thinking, and it's got to have an economic base to it.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I'm glad everybody knows now that I was born on the 4th floor of 1335 John Street in a high rise, and I had a silver spoon in my mouth. I was raised in money, bro. We lived in law homes. We owned the Lincoln Courts and the law homes. I just didn't think people didn't know that. I was raised rich. You know what I'm saying? So when they say that old shit, oh, he got money and all that old bullshit, that don't mean nothing to me. That's to make other people mad at you. Yeah, that's a deterrent. That's for people to say, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That makes people not want to pay attention to you because they think that you got somewhere in life a way that they couldn't. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it is, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what? The way you make other people mad at people is you always throw money or the way they feel or the way they do things at other people. And see, I've been a sponge my whole life, bro. I like yesterday I was talking about my guards. I lower my guards to my elders. I've never been disrespectful to my older people, even to this day, to the people that I respected when I was a child who come on this platform. I always pay them their respect. Mama Birch, Mama White, all of them played a big part in my life when I was a young man. You understand? Paul White, all these people played a huge part of making me who I am morally and my respect for older people. And in that path, they gave me the knowledge of what it took to get to the next level of anything. Not about the money, just the respect of people, Paul White having a wife and a family around me, making me see the joy of having things like that. You understand what I'm saying, brother? It ain't, man, we so big on tearing each other down that we'll use success as a tool to make other people not like you. And I just don't understand that. Do you understand where I'm coming from, bro?
Wyatt, that's why I said, bro, you're changing the course, but it takes time, bro. Believe me. See, longevity,
consistency
is a testament of someone actually living the American dream, if you want to call it that.
Well, you the American dream. You are an American dream.
It's an American experience. And because you live in a land where there's freedom, you have freedom, you have mobility, and you have access. But if you look at your skin color or your age or whatever like that, it's going to be a self-inflicted detour that you put in front of yourself. Because, I mean, all the detour is just another route.
No, sure, I got you.
Okay, so all I want to say, Wyatt, and the last thing, I'm sitting here filling out an application that I just got approved for long-term care insurance, Wyatt.
Oh my God, bro.
Again, these are things that are starting to change in the Black community because of this technology. Okay, and again, I'll just say it, the premium is $235 a month for $325,000 coverage.
That's a lot.
But the point is that just hearing these type of discussions, Wyatt, is good for the future of Black America, because again, it's an economic foundation, not a government reliant foundation. Now, of course, there's programs out there that's good that offer to the Black community. But if your shit is together and you up with mobility, you're not going to qualify for it. So again,
that's expensive. I think that's pretty expensive. How long do you know, if I may ask, just for the listeners, and for myself, how long do you have to? You said it's $231 a month.
235, but I was approved at age 63. Now, when I initially started planning my retirement, I was 57.
And that's $300,000 of insurance.
Back then, for the same coverage, the premium would have been about $100 less.
And that's $300,000 of insurance. $300,000 of is that life insurance or health insurance?
No, it's long-term care insurance.
Okay.
Okay, because see, again,
okay,
obviously I'll have other income funds available, but I don't want to put it all into, like a caregiver to come into my house, or, having to go into a nursing home or anything like that. Because I think you were talking about the family had to sell the home to cover some other
Well, I don't know
costs.
if they had to sell the home. I just think that there was a situation where the mom passed away. It was Tracy Hill Helms. I don't want to put her mix all out there.
But it was an elderly relative.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, her mom,
Okay.
you know, her mom had to, you know, once her mom passed, they sold her property, and it worked out for them because they made money and they paid off the property. It worked out for them, but I don't know if that matches up what we're talking about right now.
Okay, so let me go back to it. I'm gonna make it brief because I know Twin want to get in because I know his lunch break probably over. But this is how it works, real quick. Okay, the coverage is for a maximum of $9,000 a month.
Okay.
Okay, but it's only for 3 years.
Ooh.
And the premium, okay, let's say that they approve the $9,000 a month. That's the maximum coverage I get.
Okay.
And that would go from nurses' visits, in-home care, equipment, all that stuff. Okay. But here's the kicker. The deductible would be I pay the first 3 months of that $9,000 a month. And then after that, they send me a check. Now, here's the kicker, Wyatt.
A check for what? The
remaining? A check for $9,000 a month to pay for my in-home care. It comes from my insurance policy. Okay, now that lasts for 3 years. But remember, I'm 63. Life expectancy for a Black man in America in decent health is about 77, 76, 77. I'll just say 78.
So we got you for another 13, 14 years.
You see where I'm coming from?
I do. I see how the numbers play.
And then here's the other thing. My daughter, who's a naturopathic doctor, when I explained it to her, she said, oh, that's it, just 3 years. But then I said, look, if someone elderly goes to the doctor for something wrong with them, they're going to fix it. They're going to maybe have some rehab and they're coming home.
Right.
Okay. They may need assistance. Right. So let's say I fall and break a hip. When I come home, my in-home care insurance, after I pay the deductible, will kick in. And let's say my rehab lasts a year. I'll still have 2 more years of coverage. Okay. But if something happens next year, I won't have to pay the deductible of the $9,000 for 3 months again.
So you're only paying the $9,000 deductible one time in the policy.
One time in the policy.
Okay, I understand.
For the first 3 months.
Well, you're ahead of the game because it's about $2,800 a year. Okay, you're ahead of the game. So if something happens to you in the midterm of that policy, you're going to be ahead larger than you would. Look, the longer the policy lasts, the more gain you have. Is $300,000 the max out on it?
Yeah, $324,000.
So you're more ahead the shorter term of the. Do you have to have just for the audience? Do you have to stay in the policy a certain amount of time before it's actually eluded? Like it kicks in, like the $300,000?
It kicks in pretty much immediately because that first premium payment comes directly out of my bank account.
Okay. All right. So if you were to pass, heaven forbid, if you pass in the next 6 months, you qualify for the payout of $300,000.
No.
Oh, okay. So it's not
that's
something
not
that
works.
Okay. So this is just for the coverage of being in assisted living. There's no policy at the end where you would get.
It's not just.
It's not an insurance policy of life. It's just of care.
Okay, that's if you listen to the word, it's long-term care.
Okay. All right.
Insurance.
I got you, brother.
Because everybody has Medicare.
I understand,
but it's the after part where the elderly people, the family, I don't want to impose on my daughter.
I get you.
So she living in Arizona. It's no reason, coming back and forth. I got the in-home care. She know I'm straight.
I understand. I got you, brother. I understand. We're gonna get off the policy now because But no,
we can talk about
you know
it
what I thought.
time.
You know what I thought. I'll end it on my part with this. I thought it was long-term care with an insurance policy. I thought it was all one particular thing, and I just thought it had a life insurance policy attached because a lot of them do. And that's just.
Oh yeah, they do sell that.
I just thought $235 a month is quite expensive. I thought it was expensive. I think it's expensive, but because I'm sure you went to your consultant I know they worked it out for you what's best for you. So I just,
Well, the bottom line, why I was running out of time because I had to go through a medical review.
Okay.
I authorized them to go back 5 years into my medical record. Okay. So The point is, if I would have waited,
Do they know you smoke?
oh my God. Why? Okay,
It's a legitimate question. It's a legitimate question.
Wyatt, it is fucking legal. See, the guy asked that fucking question, bro.
And I know
he asked the question.
And I hope you hit him with a situation like, I don't think that's a legitimate question.
Okay, let me, because see, I know Twin gonna get mad at me, but this is because he want to get on the phone. Okay, but this is what the guy said, Wyatt. Okay, he said, have you ever used marijuana? Right? He gave some kind of time thing or whatever, and I said no. And then the next question was, would you use it in the future? And I said, possibly.
Okay.
And he said, huh? I said, yes, because here in California, marijuana is legal to be used as a pain reliever, anxiety treatment. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. So
yeah, that's a good
the whole marijuana thing don't fly like it used to.
Right. It's medical marijuana and things that have to make sure. Yeah,
medical marijuana, cannabis in general. But Wyatt, I'm going to get off the phone, bro.
All right, brother.
And again, I just want to give a shout out to you and other people like you who talk about these type of subjects. Because I know Daryl Carpenter in his 50s. Because I know he's getting close to that time. So Wyatt, you making it all right for people to start planning now. Start lining your ducks up in a row because you don't want to be a burden on your family.
Oh, I'm going to be a burden. As much shit as I did, as much shit as they did. Listen, I'm going to be a burden, damn it. I want breakfast in bed every day. I want them to buy me I want them to buy my shoes at the end. Every time I need my orthopedic shoes and my socks and shit, I want them to go to the mall and bring me shit back. I want them to take care of me like I took care of them for all these years. Damn it.
Wyatt, hey, bro. Hey, anyway, thanks for taking the call.
I'm just playing.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. And of course, the number 2 Black Not Democrat in the chat, Twin. Peace out, y'all.
All right, take it easy, bro. Thanks for engaging with us. That's That's Drop Squad 52, Black Not Democrat out in California. Yeah, man. Hey, bro, you feel me? Workroom 502 on YouTube. Hell yeah. As many tennis shoes and jumpers and Jordans and all type of shit I done bought them over the years. You gonna buy me some shit when I can't move around. When I can't do what I've been doing all these years, yeah. If I want to go to a comedy show, or if I want to go to a football game, you put me in my chair and I don't care if you got to take me in a flatbed bed, with an oxygen tank on. If I want to go to that game, damn it, as much as I've sacrificed over these years of putting you first, putting y'all first, you better wheel my ass right out there to that football game. You damn right. What are family members? What's family for? That's right. Damn it, I've done it all those years. You know how many sports my daughters played out in the cold? You know how many basketball games I had to go to and oh my practices I went to? Even my youngest daughter, I got to tell this little true story. It's very short. I don't even have to say much about it. Just knowing the sport she took up one time, it's a very short conversation because I can't say nothing good or bad. I can say bad about it. My youngest daughter one year had some friends. She decided to get out and branch out and try something new. She tried this sport called lacrosse. Yeah. How do you best describe it? Soccer / basketball / hockey, all in one thing out on a football field. And you're playing lacrosse with the sticks and throwing the ball. And my daughter was new at it. She's athletic, but you still got to have practice. And she started late. They were like in the 7th or 8th grade. And most 7th and 8th graders, when they didn't started playing a sport of like lacrosse or soccer or basketball, they've already played Little League and they've been playing for a while. Well, my daughter was junior high age and never played lacrosse before. And my ass is out there. And I love the fact that she was trying something new. I ain't got nothing, thinking outside the box, doing some new things. It's great. Let your children be all they can be. But just make sure it's an indoor sport. Make sure it's some shit that you can not have to wear. Like, it was 20 degrees outside in the wintertime doing lacrosse. And they play in the rain. They play in the snow and the sleet, whatever's coming down. And my daughter out there, they got on shorts, them little skirt short things. And my daughter out there and her nose running. And I'm like, you sure? Even the day that I can remember like it was yesterday. I asked her, I said, baby, look, it's cold as hell out here. You sure you want to play this sport? The game was going on, y'all. Fellas, this is crazy as hell. The game was actually going on. And it was halftime, and I went over to her because my nose is running. You know how your nose running out in the cold and shit. I'm over there like this and wiping my nose, and my baby over there freezing, and she just want to be part of the team. She want to be on the game. She playing the defense spot because she can't really catch the ball with the net. She ain't learned how to do all that yet. But she's physical. She's playing basketball, a point guard, so she's physical. She know how to play sports. You feel me? So the coach put her on defense where you don't have to go down there and score and nothing. You just block people and knock them out. You play the physical side of the ball. Well, I get my daughter on the sidelines at the halftime. Her nose is running. She red as hell. Her hands are freezing. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, listen, I ain't raised you to be no quitter. I ain't never told you to quit nothing in your life. But Trinity, you sure you want to do this shit? Because we can go right now. They got people that they can put in the game in your spot. There's no shame in the game. The ball ain't coming your way. You just standing out there, your team on the opposite side of the field the whole game. You just standing out there freezing. But I'm going to be honest with you, baby. Daddy, I told you, we never quit. We Wyatts, we don't quit shit. I've been teaching her that since she was born. But that particular day, I said, listen, there ain't no shame in your games. Little bit. If you I call it fat. Ain't no shame in your game, fat, if we get up out this piece today. You hear me? This shit crazy. It's cold as hell out here. You look crazy. I don't want you sick, baby. I don't want you sick. Truth of the matter is, it was cold. Everybody was ready to go. Me, my wife, my other daughter, we all out there supporting. I know my daughter was ready to go, but I built her not to quit. And I felt ashamed that day. I was like, damn, why did I do that? But it's so cold out here. It's so cold. And it's starting to sprinkle, oh, we got to go. She's like, no, Daddy, no. OJ Wilburn, what's good, bro? How's Texas treating you? He said, it's a good sport. It went by real fast. Hold on, let me get it. He said, it's a good sport. My daughter has been playing lacrosse for years. Yeah, that's the advantage you had. That was my daughter's first year playing. Yeah, you understand? She had only been to maybe 4 or 5 practices, maybe 5. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a good situation. He said, I'm in Cincinnati today. Good to see you, bro. But she hadn't played for years. She don't play the sport. She took it up in like the 7th or 8th grade. David Herring, what's good? I'm tardy, but in the building, he says. Let me see if I can put this one thing. I don't know if I've been having some trouble with my computer. I'm going to see if I got this thing that I can pull up here. I got this video I want to show y'all today. It is very important that I bring this one up to you later on. And the reason being is because, let me see if it's working. Let me just see. I'll see if it's burning down. Some people asked me about my DJ skills back in the day. I know this ain't nothing. He says minorities can get scholarships to play lacrosse. Yeah, we can. We can. We got to be good at it. They ain't just about to get you no minority. You're not going to get no scholarship because you black and you play lacrosse if you ain't no good. You know that. Let me type this in. I want to show y'all why I'm not a DJ anymore. It's a little smaller. I'm sure Fame Rothstein will get a kick out of this one because he always want to call me DJ and all that old stuff. Let me see. Let me just see something if I have it. Let me just see if I have it up here. This is one of the reasons I dedicate this to Fame. Let me see if I had this. Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up real fast. Fame always trying to joke on me because I'm a DJ, and then I happen to see, I used to be a DJ, And I'm looking to do a radio program or a DJ program, not a DJ program, but somewhat of a radio thing here where we do our old 80s and 90s music and, a New Jack channel type of thing. I've been looking to do that. But somebody asked me, I think it might have been Fame, why I don't DJ anymore. I just don't have the swag. You understand? I don't have the swag to be a DJ anymore. And y'all know it take a different kind of DJ these days. And I don't go out anymore either. So I'm sure I wouldn't be a very good DJ today. All right. I wouldn't be a very good DJ. I don't have the charisma to be a DJ in today's society. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I get on the microphone like they do. You see Fame be housing me. He be trying to joke on me because I'd be like, who with me and all that old shit. That's as much as you're going to get out of me. Today's DJ don't let the record play. Is it me? I mean, there's two reasons why I don't go out. The first reason is I don't want to be bothered with these people that are out here and, you got to deal with too much with people. I'm a people person, but I don't really like to deal with a lot of people. That make any sense? There's a lot of people that's like that. And the second reason I don't go out to clubs and shit like that is because they never let they never let a record play. The DJs just do too much. You understand? Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Like you know where we at.
If I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. DJs just do too much today. Check it out.
Like you know where we at. You want the largest party on the East Coast? Hey, tell me DJ 2-Ton in the building. Press that.
7 p.m. Friday, it's 95 degrees.
Oh, I don't think y'all ready for that. We're gonna bring that back one more time.
It's 7 p.m. Friday, it's 95 degrees. I ain't got no.
Yeah. I don't think y'all ready. Y'all think y'all ready?
You know we ready.
I said, y'all think y'all ready?
You know we ready.
We're gonna do it like this. Don't forget to tip the bartenders. Don't forget to tip the man outside parking your car. Call your friend. Ask them what they at. Ask them what they doing. Ask them why they not here. We in the building. Y'all know exactly what it is. I see Big Dante in the cut. He just did 20 years. Gotta turn it up in here.
Y'all ready to go?
All right. Come on, I can't give y'all
Y'all
too
ready to
much.
go?
Gotta give y'all something else. Wait a minute now. Like you know.
I can't. You ever been to a party? Like I used to go out and shit, and the dude with the mic won't shut the fuck up. Like that's my song, dog. Can I hear the hook? It's either like the host or the DJ just doing too much. Bro, you was not in the studio when they made that album. Stop. That you doing too much. Can you let the record play? Woo! And all this old wah and all that old shit. I can't stand it. It's just doing way too much. And then, bro, you just need to cut an album of your own. Just get some lyrics and put the shit out. And then you can instead of talking over somebody else's shit, you can just sing the record that you made. Am I doing too much? I mean, a lot of people don't go out, so they don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Shabazula know what I'm talking about. If you go to Florida, there is not a DJ that'll let a record play. You will never hear a whole song. I don't care if the song is telling you something. You ain't gonna never hear the whole thing. All right? It could be the best song that'll put everybody on the dance floor, and they will not let it play. They want to take over the song and improvise and talk about Lil Johnny home. He just did 20 years. I mean, like, that's a fucking, like, bro, keep Lil Johnny 20 years to yourself. That's not a badge of honor. Lil Johnny looked like he did 20 years. I mean, damn, bro, don't hype that shit up like that's like come on, bro. We got to be better than that. Wow, he did 20 years. Little Johnny wish he had every day of those 20 years back. Oh my goodness. Jiminy Christmas. Let me go to the phone lines before I move on to my two topics. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Wyatt, what's up with you?
Twin, what's good with you, bro?
You know that was you back in the day. I
No.
couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand them days, boy. Boy, going to the club and all that. Yeah, give it up for such and. Hey, don't forget to tip the bartender and stuff. Hey, don't forget to go to 79th Street and stuff. They throw chicken wings, spell 3 for 10. Man, I used to hate that. Man, let the record play, man.
Yeah, bro. They just
You
do
know
too
about
much.
that, man. That was stupid. Man, I did too much like stuff like that. Hey, did you hear on the Lincoln today, Winburn and Lakita Cole called in?
I did. Somebody hit me up and said, bro, you have to listen to the radio because, and I didn't even know that the mayor was going to be in today and all that. I don't really keep up with the schedule of how they run, and I was going to go over it and maybe say a couple of things. I'm glad you mentioned it because I was about to talk about something different, but I'm glad you brought it up because earlier in the show, in the chat, some people were making some comments and I wasn't able to read all of them. I couldn't see it, but I noticed some people said some things about, I think Lakita Cole called in. I caught the tail end of her call.
I ain't see the one that got caught up with dude in the gym.
Yeah, she had some personal issues away from the game.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
she didn't have any Look, let me just say this about Miss Cole. I've never said anything bad about her when it came to the job or anything, to be honest with you. She didn't have some problems in office. She had personal issues. She had issues that everyday people have issues with. And I ain't got no problems with people that got everyday issues. She didn't create no issues in the office. You understand what I'm saying? She had issues outside of the office. So I don't tap dance on people's problems outside of the office. I don't do that. Outside of the office of city council.
That's the one that got caught up. Well, she didn't get caught up, but had issues and everything.
She had a few issues. She had a couple bumps
But
and bruises.
some people bring it up. I'm like, I'm trying to see if that's the same lady and everything that had problems and everything, and people look at it like, hey, she's talking about the mayor, but look at your flaws and everything type and everything. But
yeah,
I was just
listen, man. I don't know anybody on this program right now, including myself, that have never had issues. You understand what I'm saying?
You do. I have an issue with you every day. You don't come on at 1:00.
Okay, touche.
We got to wait 1/3. I'm having right now behind the toolbox.
Well,
because I was expecting you at 1:00, but here it is 1:29 or something. That's when all hell break loose.
Twin, I've been on the air for a while now. What are you talking about? You just now get what you talking about, bro?
Nah, I'm usually expecting you about 1:29, 1:28.
Well, you better get to your point before the supervisor or whoever come around that corner and see
you
hiding
behind your bad luck ass. I'm trying to hide it, man.
Listen,
man. Hey, Wyatt, I see 300 million Mayor Johnson need, and he said he about to put it on the property taxes and everything else. I was like, yeah, try to get out that jam, he get out that budget deficit.
They got a problem in Chicago.
Like,
we seen it coming.
Mayor Johnson, something else.
We seen it coming.
Then yeah, you said it, but I see Floyd, he donated 1,000 bulletproof and all. I'm like, for what?
What'd you say?
Down there, Floyd Mayweather, he donated to Israel about 1,000 bulletproof.
Oh, okay.
Vests down there. And then asked the question on was it Breakfast Club or something like that? They asked 50 what was Shreveport about. He said, I guess infraction or something that he was looking into. That's what caused him to go down there to Shreveport to build on there. And people that was around it. You checked it out yet?
Yeah. I've been a few times.
I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah, no, I've been a few times. I don't know. I to be honest with you, I hadn't heard about the vest that Floyd Mayweather sent. You say he sent it to Israel?
Yeah, he donated 1,000 bulletproof vests and some other stuff to Israel.
Wow.
Some other issues with Israel.
Wow. I wish Floyd. I can't teach Floyd how to spend his money or how to invest his money, but it sure would be nice to have maybe a black bank in Detroit, Floyd. I'll put it on the record. I mean, I'm not knocking him for whatever he wants to participate in. You know, I'll never knock a person for what they use their money for or what they want to support, because it's how they feel, their morals, their support, you know. But I would love to see Detroit. I think Detroit is like the second or the third highest homicide city in the nation for black folk, for black men. I sure would like to see him put some of them bulletproof vests. No, don't put bulletproof vests in Detroit. Put some resources in Detroit that will open up educational doors for our little brothers and our little sisters in Detroit.
I was gonna say, why they attacking bulletproof vests in Detroit?
No, I don't want bulletproof vests in Detroit.
Yeah, I was gonna say them shorties get bulletproof vests.
Well, I just say, you know, for each his own. Spend your money the way you want to spend your money. But at the same time, I pay attention to how people move with their money. I don't bring it up. I don't say it out loud. But if that's what he wants to do with his money, it's his money to do what he want to do with it. You feel me? So hey, bro, do what you do. I just don't know if I would do that. I think, you know, he claims Detroit. He claims, I forgot exactly where he grew up in Michigan. I think Pontiac or something like that. I don't know. But you know, wherever it is, bro, you know, like I said, do what he want to do. Some people would be mad.
You gave up on your team?
On my team. Who, the Bengals?
Yeah.
Y'all, you heard that shit Drop was talking, huh?
No. Okay. I caught the little bit of it.
I just sold my truck, bro. It was a truck, my Bengal truck, my Hummer that was bingled out. I just sold it because I'm reducing down my you know, the things that I do. I'm just trying to reduce some of the things in life that I got going on so I can retire. I'm winding down to the retirement point. I'm ready to kind of let some things, and I should have done it a year or two ago. But the Bengals was hot going to the playoffs and doing some things. And I was like, well, you know, let's ride this thing out. Now I don't even know if we're going to the playoffs this year. And I wanted to go on ahead and get top dollar for it now before they get rid of Higgins and Jamar Chase and the wheels fall off the team and the value of everything go down. So I just got rid of it.
Yeah. Chase will probably stay, but Higgins, I know he leave. For sure he leave. He want to, you know, go to a contending team or whatever, competitive. Right now, he don't see it in Cincinnati right now. I know he go look for somebody, you know, paying them dollars and like, hey, I'm going there because, you know, Mike Brown, man, he run the guys out of town, man. He want to be cheap, and that's what you at. You will never get over the hump being cheap. You got to, you know, really, you know, push that bank open and everything. Quit giving people, you know, little partial here, tips and everything. Hey, give me the whole thing, man. But you don't want to open that checkbook now.
Yeah,
you know,
I
like
feel
a
you.
lot of dust.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Until you open that checkbook, hey, this is what you go get every year. You know, I'll be like that too. With the Bears too, Wyatt. I'm like, oh, see y'all next year.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to get what they want to get out of Higgins because he's playing on a franchise contract, which is a 1-year deal. They paying him $20 million, little over $20 million.
That's not the point, Wyatt. The point is quit being damn cheap, man.
Well, you gotta
I know other people around town in cities and, you know, other, like, man, you got top receivers and why you just won't open a checkbook? Then they go somewhere else and look, they do their thing, shine.
Well, I think I hear you, but let me tell you what happens. Let me give you a perspective that I know no one will ever look at this equation. Where are all my boxing people? All my people that understand the business of boxing, they might understand this analogy that I'm gonna break down. If you ever look at a boxer, you'll never see him sign a major deal, like a 6-fight deal, and get all this money up front, because it only take one fight for his value to go way down the drain. And if that fighter gets all this money in advance and has he's in fight number 2 before his contract is up in the 6th fight, you 4 fights down as the business owner because his value is gone. And I think the Bengals see that same thing in players. They say, why would I invest $180 million in a guy that can have a bad game, twist his hip, and never be the same? And I owe him $120 million, and nobody will buy out his contract.
I love you, man.
Excuse me?
Hello.
Yeah, bro. Who that? Don't say that's one of your customers over there talking about, I love you, man. I love you, Twin. I love you. Is that what I heard, bro? You got a fan over there, Twin? Co-worker, okay. Ooh. Whoa, you better be careful. You might not want to say that shit, bro, because we heard something in the background. I love you, man. You either twin, I gotta let you go, bro, because I got some foul shit to say. Since you ain't got no problem saying nothing foul about me and telling me how late I am. But there's only 2 people in this world in your work that will ever say, I love you, man. It's only 2 people that'll do that. I gotta go, twin, so I can get at you. Now y'all know I'm about to get him. I told you I don't forget. He didn't attack me so many times, and play some co-worker that tell me, I love you, man. Hey, where we from, there's only 2 people that'll do that. 2 types of people that will do that. And some of y'all, the fellas, some of y'all know. It's either somebody you kicking it with or you serving dope to them. Twin, you got to let us know which one it is, brother. Twin at Kroger serving. Oh, I'm a silly guy today. I'm sorry. It ain't funny to some of y'all. But all that shit he be talking, that gang shit he talking, you can't tell me that I love you, man, didn't just give some shit away. I got it now, twin. I got you. No wonder you been at Kroger so long. It ain't nothing wrong with getting a little, getting your time in at Kroger's and making a little side money. I think we all done that once before in our life. You notice I didn't go to it's the other thing, because I don't think that's what it is. He talk about that. He talk about other stuff too much. Like he talk about women and all that a little much. So I don't think it's that. But the I love you, man. That sound like some dope fiend shit to me. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, bro. I remember, boy, I used to go to work so I can get paid. And I don't mean get paid from my job. Shit, I wasn't making nothing but $5.25 an hour. If y'all know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I mean, I'm just being honest. I had access. I had resources. I had access. So I made money, Okay. I made $5.25 an hour, and I was always there. You feel me? So it is what it is. That all being said, man, hey, I did hear, couple things real fast, man. We were talking about frishes last week, where a magistrate, which is really a judge, a magistrate came up with a decision the other day. I think it was just as of yesterday, came up with a decision to file eviction on several more frishes. Frisch's big boy. Bro, they done. They finished. I'm sorry to hear that. Local, hometown, grown, and man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. But you know what? I don't think Frisch's was the McDonald's. I don't think Frisch's was the Wendy's. I think the big boy and the little guy, the big boy guy, let me see. I don't know. I don't think I have a picture of it, but it's not even up to date. You know what I'm saying? The big boy guy is not up to date. He kind of played out. He looked like the 60s and the 40s and the 50s. He looked like the 50s and the 60s. He looked a little played out. Yeah, I don't have it. I got rid of it. But yeah, he looked a little played out. And I don't think kids was saying like what we used to say when we was kids. I don't think 2024 kids are saying, Mama, can we go to Frisch's? Mama, can I get a big boy? Mama, can I get a cherry Coke? Mama, can I get a hot fudge cake sundae? I don't think they're saying that. I don't think they're saying that. So, I mean, I can see why. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but we all know that, there's different ages that go for different things. And I think the older generation, the 60-year-old plus, are the Frisch's people, Frisch's big boy people. And I believe that that generation, unfortunately, is starting to die off, and their lunch menu is not being, people aren't patronizing this business because the consumer is dying off, quite frankly. Or, they, somewhere else and can't get to the Frishes, maybe in the old folk home, or maybe don't have access to get there, and they don't work on their job anymore, and they're retired and they're eating at home instead of going to Frishes at lunchtime. So many different things could be the cause of that. But I think those are some of the major causes. They're outdated. People don't want Frisch's Big Boy. I think their consumer is an older crowd and they're going away. That's just what I think. But I didn't think Frisch's would go out like that. I really didn't. I'm sorry to hear that. Frisch's was a good restaurant. My biggest question is, how in the hell did Big Louie outlast Frisch's Big Boy? It's Big Louie. The sign's still there. The signs have been there since my mama brought me home. Y'all know down on Lynn Street, that Big Louie sign, I don't even think how in the hell has that Big Louie sign down on Lynn stayed in such good condition? They ain't never been in there and refurbished it. I've never seen anybody go in there and repaint the Big Louie sign. Can somebody help me with that? Big Louie sign been up there since 1973. What the hell? It's the same one. Jeez. I done seen plenty of things down on that. I've seen signs come and go, businesses come and go, but that damn Big Louie sign, him in that white shirt and them orange ass pants, it's been there forever. I'm like, damn, that sign, I bet you that sign older than me. I know it is. It's probably older than a few other people on here. All right, so look, quick thing, man. Frisch's Big Boy is gone. I'm gonna take that down. And I know Mama Birch probably know what I'm talking about. That Big Louie sign been there forever. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's like the Regal, because it's really right behind the Regal, but it's been there as long as the Regal. I can't remember not seeing that sign down there in my life. It's always been there. One quick thing. We were talking about the Bengals. This is not about the Bengals. This is about the stadium. The Bengals Stadium, you see that they're trying the government of Cincinnati City Council. Our city council people are now discussing, and it's not city council, I think it's city commissioners, are trying to discuss if they want to put a dome on the stadium or shouldn't they. They said that the stadium, the way it's built right now, that it's dome ready. Like the stadium was built to be able to put a dome on top of it. They won't have to tear a stadium down and restart from scratch. They could just attach a dome to it. And they're talking about it'll be like $1 billion, 900 million to $1 billion. How much does it cost to build a whole stadium? Isn't it like 1.2 billion? You can build a whole stadium for 1.2 billion. I'm having an issue with my calculations here. If I can build an entire indoor stadium for half of the price of what the dome, what is it, 1.3 or 1.4 billion dollars, I was told they can build a dome stadium, but just to put a dome on top of the stadium that already exists is 1.2 billion, 900 million to 1.2 billion. That math is just not mathing to me. I don't understand why it costs so much when everything else is already there. Why does it cost so much to put a dome on top of a building that's already there? I'm not saying it's not going to be expensive, but if you tell me a number like 300, 400 million, it would make sense. But when you start talking about the whole cost of building a whole stadium just to put a top on, I smell some bullshit in the game. And didn't county commissioners approve $1.2 billion already for improvements to the stadium or something like that? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I might be selling more than my truck soon. You know what I mean? With my hometown team, man. I don't know, bro. I just don't hear these same type of issues in some of the cities that I visit. I mean, I'm down in Tampa. Tampa don't argue about things like a stadium. They don't blink a link. They don't blink at all when it comes down to certain things like that. They get it done. They just do what they got to do to make the people get their mind off of going to work all day. They give them weekend life. They give them something to cheer about. They don't argue and complain about these little shits and everybody grandstanding on. Oh, I'm just saying, bro, y'all got to really go somewhere and see how other people do some things sometime to appreciate how things could really get done. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I don't understand this whole process of this thing. I don't know if it's trying to make people look like they involved, they doing something. You know, I remember having a manager when I was coming up one time in you know, in corporate that, and correct me if I'm wrong. On your job, do you have a supervisor or a manager? I'll never say boss. Do you have a supervisor or a manager on your job? And there might be a couple of them, few of them. Isn't the one that do the least always the one with all the chaos? Isn't that the one that challenges people the most? Isn't that the one that talk too damn much? Isn't that the one that start the most shit? The one that knows the least? It seems like that's how they cover up their inefficiency, you know, them not being good managers. They micromanage because they don't really know how to do the job themselves. So they always want to cause problems and make it sound like they the boss, they the man, they the woman, they this and they that. They micromanage, they add confusion. They just, you know, bunch of confusion. And what I've learned in life is that's the manager that don't know shit. That's the one that is trying to put all this smoke screen in front of their inabilities to be effective. And it's always that one. You can always tell the one the one that's always trying to, you know, make it seem like you don't know. And the chill manager is the one that sits back and lets you do your job, and they'll correct you when you're wrong. They'll pull your coattail when something's going on. And because they know their job, they know what they got to do. They know what needs to be done, and they cool. So I kind of see all this stuff like when people add all this dumb like in these negotiations for stadiums and all this old stuff, when they start to do too much and bring out too many things that really is irrelevant to the people, I start saying things to myself like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. I see some micromanaging going on here. Because the truth of the matter is, man, look, you show me a city in the United States of America that has an NFL football team. You got to only go to 30 cities. You show me a city that could sit back and pull the contract out and say, damn, we got a great deal with our NFL team. We have a great deal. We love them here. We got a great deal. We have a great deal. I don't think any of them will say that. And they're all structured somewhat the same. Like, you know, you're going to have some cities that can utilize the stadiums and some that can't, okay? You're going to have some that have, well, you know, the NFL teams are not going to pay for anything. I mean, that's just part of the deal. See, some of the leverage that they have is, okay, well, we'll leave. You know what I'm saying? That's a heavy-ass leverage. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all going to leave? Hold on, Cowboy, hold on, Bengals, hold on. Y'all ain't got to be so damn sensitive to our needs as a city. You don't have to leave. But the truth of the matter is, man, you know, you hear, who is it? Cleveland, somebody pulled out the information. Well, Cleveland making the Browns pay half. They making the Browns pay half of their new stadium. Well, look, Cleveland already got problems with that deal. You see what I'm saying? I ain't all up in their business, but the truth of the matter is, the Browns talking about, well, we ain't putting it downtown. We putting it in the suburbs. Imagine this, Cincinnati. Imagine if and I think Mason is a different county, so it's not fair to say this, but let's just say that the Bengals negotiate a deal with Cincinnati and they say, well, yeah, we're going to do this and y'all going to do a 50-50 split on this. And the Bengals say, but we're going to move it to Lincoln Heights. How do you think that would go for the city of Cincinnati if the Bengals had the leverage to be able to say, since we paying 50-50, we taking it out of downtown Cincinnati, damn that riverfront legacy shit. We're going to move that stadium to Lincoln Heights. We're going to move it to Oakley. You'd lose your mind. And see, that's what the Cleveland Browns are going through right now. That's what exactly, David Herring, move it to Tri-County. See, y'all would lose your mind. Yeah. I don't know a good stadium deal in any city. This is what I want the people who research these stadium deals and think that they informing us, but some things, I guess it's fair to say, and some people won't agree with this, but I don't need to know everything about them deals. I don't need to know everything about them deals, because if a deal is not, look, all deals aren't fair. They're necessary, but they're not all fair. And to be honest with you, sometimes people can mess up a good thing. can mess up a good thing. And I would wonder how those businesses down on the riverfront, the banks and all these other places, how they would feel. Part of their investment and reason why they pay higher rents and things of that nature to be down on their banks is for the traffic of NFL and Major League Baseball. And I think you would definitely destroy the little bit of downtown business that we have if the Bengals want to act like the Cleveland Browns. But that dome on top, I'm still puzzled on how is it going to cost that much money when you can damn near build a whole nother dome stadium for $1.5 billion. Now you telling me just to put the lid on this mug and the stadium is already conducive to putting a lid on it? I don't get that. If you would have told me it was $500 million, I would be like, boy, they better jump on that. And then look at Cleveland's deal with a 50-50 split. We don't know the intricacies of that deal. What if they get rent? What if they can rent it out for other functions? What if they get 50%? Because, you know, the county gets a percentage of what the Bengals do. All right. They get paid on that, not just tax dollars. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, I think, and I don't want to misspeak, so I won't say what I'm thinking right now, but I know there's a ration of money. There's some money that spreads out when Taylor Swift hits that stadium, when, you know, the Jazz Festival hits that stadium, when Garth Brooks hits that stadium. There's money dispersed to different entities, not just the city, for tax purposes. You know what I mean? How would your downtown, the two or few downtown hotels take it if the team went out to Lincoln Heights, Tri-County or something like that? Oh, that would be horrible. How would your casino feel? You know, I mean, it would be horrible. It wouldn't be a good look. All right. So look, I want to go into something real fast. I was going to talk about the two teens that were shot and are in the hospital right now. I don't want to get all long into that because I only got a few more minutes on the air. But I will say this. Thank God that those two teenagers, 16, 17 years old, I'll play the clip just so everybody can see it. I'll say this. Thank God that they're in good, stable condition right now. I believe they're in stable condition based on what I just seen here recently. They're in stable condition. All right. But without getting too into politics, I know the mayor showed up at the radio station today. And just so happens two teens get shot the day before he goes in and talk to black radio again. How do I do this without sounding all political? I guess I can't. Once again, you had the mayor of Cincinnati tell black folks to their face how a couple black men weren't relevant, how they weren't leaders. Now, maybe they're not. I don't know. But I think it's too easy to say some things sometimes because sometimes they get people. Look, that man, our mayor, who's one of my favorite mayors of the city of Cincinnati, I don't think he would have ever said anything like that unless he was comfortable in saying it. The only way that some people who are not black are comfortable at saying things is because they're hearing other black people say it. That's the only thing I could think of. Either that or you're just either like some racist person who don't care how black people feel about what they say. I don't think that's what Mr. Aftab is. I don't think that's what it is. I think he's comfortable in saying what he's saying because he hears other black people say it. And I think that those are the people who will feel like that he feels that will have his back for saying what he says. But when you talk about, I have to say, you know, respectfully, I think Winburn? I think he's a grassroots politician in the city of Cincinnati. I would think, and I know Tillery is. That was Mr. Tillery, right? He was the mayor of Cincinnati. And when you say that they're irrelevant, I think black folks should pay attention to that. Just because he was the mayor, I don't know, 2-3 decades ago, I don't know. The name is still the name in the city of Cincinnati. I don't think he's just, since he's not the mayor, I don't think that he's just washed his hands of the black community and hasn't been part of how black people have moved in the city of Cincinnati. I still think he's relevant in that era. But I understood what the mayor was saying. He was saying that, you know, I'm not going to sit here and play like, you know, naive to it, but I know what he was saying. But he was, let me clean it. I know what he was saying. He was basically saying that these two individuals, those three individuals that came into the radio, they're not relevant to the office, a city council office. They're not relevant in that kind of way. I can't put words in his mouth. That's what he said. So the way I take that is he's basically saying these aren't shot callers on city council anymore. I understand his point. But what he fails to understand is you don't have to be on city council to have power in the black community. You could be an activist. You could be a person that's putting work in on the streets. You could be a person that's doing some things out here that's influencing our neighborhood. Like I told Miss Iris Rowley on the show the other day or last week or two, I said, you have people on city council that the black community don't even know. They know your name more than they know 4 council members. And I gave them a hint of the 2 names already on council. They know your name, Miss Iris Rowley, and don't know those council people. So just because they're not relevant on city council does not mean that Mr. Winburn, Mr. Winburn, nor Mr. Tillery, or Miss Cole, for that matter, can't be influenced or be influential to the black community. I just think that we getting way too comfortable. I said this before, y'all gonna think I'm crazy because people hate it when I say I told you, but I just think some people getting way too comfortable down in black men. And that's just the bottom line. We got all these people pray. Look, sisters, y'all do what y'all do, and I've said it. I'm proud of you. I love you to death, but I gotta come off as a man. I gotta come off as a black man. You don't even understand how black men feel today when it comes down to us being disrespected. Everything in our communities is always being led by women, and now this is the repercussions of that. Now you look for the, and I heard the mayor talk about how powerful and how good the black women are of the community and all of that, but I don't hear him ever saying black men. And I think when you make a comment like, these guys being irrelevant and stuff like that, and at the same tone, you are now praising black women. What does that say about your black men in population? What does that say? So I'm not going to take out of context what he said. I know what he said and I know what he meant, but I don't think it quite works that way. I don't think Mr. Winburn is irrelevant. I don't think Mr. Tillery is irrelevant. I really don't think those. And I just, in my personal opinion, their names still ring a bell in the city. Their name is still relevant. So I don't know how he came up with that conclusion, but to me, I'm not shocked by it. I'm not shocked by it because I already know for him to make a comment like that, he has to feel comfortable. And it's not like you don't feel comfortable saying things like that unless you have people around you that make you feel comfortable. They make you, they got your back. They feel like they got your back if something goes south. For instance, they saying that Miss what's the lady name that made the decision to vote the other person in city council? I keep wanting to say Miss Cole, but that's not who it is. That was the lady at the radio station. Owens, Miss Owens. I heard things that were said like, why would I, what makes you think I have something to do with that? She's her own person. She had to feel comfortable to make that decision. And I don't know who in politics does anything on their own without a calculated move. Just make it make sense to me. Now, I'm not suggesting that somebody's lying and all that. I'm just trying to add a little common sense to the argument. And I'll just ask you, what politician do you think makes any moves in any city that's not calculated? They don't feel like they have. Look, what politician is going to do something that's going to make the people go out of their mind, specifically their own people, their race of people, and they don't feel like she had to feel comfortable in making that decision. There was a business decision. Had to feel comfortable because blowback coming. So there had to be somebody, a buffer there that's like, look, the blowback is coming and it's going to hit hard, but I got you. I don't know who that person is. Y'all can figure that out yourself. It could have been her parents. It could have been her relatives. It could have been her family sitting back behind her saying, Mama, Daddy, no, we all know you need to make a very hard decision. And no matter what happens, we got your back. No matter who you feel needs to be in that spot, we got your back. And it don't matter what the world say, Mama, we got you. That could have been it. I don't know. But I don't think anybody, not in politics, make moves that against the people, know you're going to get all this blowback, and you do it on your own with nobody having your back. It doesn't make any. How do you get in office? Them same people you just pissed off. So where's your backup? If the people who got you there are mad at you, how is that how is that a move that makes any sense at all when you need those folks to get back in office when it's time to vote? No, it doesn't make any sense. So there had to be something a little bit more powerful than the people. And the only thing that I could choose over the people is the machine. If I had to guess, the machine, the process, the string, the people who pull the strings. If not, that was the coldest and the boldest move I've ever seen in politics in my life. Now, y'all can get mad at me for speaking my mind, but that's how I feel about it. And I believe people like Scotty. I don't know Scotty like that, but I believe when they be like, man, I ain't had nothing to do with that, because they came out quick and fast and on a hurry. Trust me. Remember, I said it. I said, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on, check it. That dude came out way fast. He was like, man, look, he stepped away from that real quick. He was like, I had shit to do. He didn't say that, but that's how I took it. I had nothing to do with that. I had absolutely nothing to do with what y'all did. Nothing. And the first notion, the first thing came to my mind, because I said it on the air. I probably said it in a little disrespectful kind of way, because I do that sometimes, not on purpose. It's just sometimes I think out loud. I said, boy, he just getting himself away from that. Because y'all, and I think I said it on the air, I was like, boy, now we're going to see who the blackest. Because he ain't going to piss off the black community. He is not going to do it. I honestly believe deep down in my gut, whether he believes me or anybody believe me, I think one of the very true blue people, even though we didn't have our issues when I was a kid, he may not remember, but we remember. I think he really one of the only ones that really stand on what he say about the community. I really think the Scotty dude is one of the very few that really want to try to make a difference. And why I say that is because of this. I don't know what he's been doing since he's been on city council, as far as how many promises and all that he's kept. And I don't care about all of that. I just remember how he rolled through Laura Holmes when I was a kid. When we were young men, when we were young men, excuse me. I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? He ain't here to defend himself. But it's true. It's true. He was one of the guys we were scared of. In Law Homes and Lincoln Courts, I don't mean feared him like, oh, here come, Debo. We didn't tuck our gold chains in when he was coming. It wasn't that. Scotty would take your ass to jail. He couldn't wait to catch you on. He couldn't wait to get a case on you. He didn't care nothing about Noah. I'm going to walk you home, young man. And none of that. If you was out serving dope in the community, that dude was on your ass. The man that I am today would appreciate that guy. You see what I'm saying? The man that I am today would understand. Y'all got to catch. We called him at a rookie. He was rookie. He was young dude. He was that dude that took the job to make a difference in the community. And he told you. I heard him tell dudes, I was standing there. Just wait. Just wait. Just watch. I am going to send your ass to the penitentiary. He lived up to it. He did do that. Now, the politicians and all that, politicking and all that he's doing, I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that. I don't know that. I don't follow the politics like that. I don't follow politics like that at all, because whenever I hear something over and over and over and over again, consistency tells me how much effort is being put into change. I heard it today on the radio when the mayor said, that those former council members are part of an era where a quick approach was going on and, nepotism and, like he tried to make it seem like old school politics is not going on today. And we only removed 2 years from, 3 councilmen getting federally indicted and going to jail. So we're not that far removed. See, you can't just say, okay, we cleaned out city council from the corruption and take away the business people that were involved and leave them out. When I say take away, I'm talking about leave them away. So what has anybody heard of any of these companies facing any federal corruption charges or bribery charges? Has any CEOs or vice presidents or presidents, have any of those people in the corporate world been punished or been accused of paying out bribes? How could you say that we clean when you didn't clean out the people that accept the money, but you're not cleaning out the businesses that paid out the payola? You're not clean. That's some shit you can push off on people that don't know no better. I tell you what, I don't know this. I don't know this guy. I don't know who he was. I heard a dude on the radio who said some things like, wait a minute, hold on, bro. This dude is going to be gone. He only got, soon as he get another position, he going to be gone. And I told y'all that 3 years ago. Like, what? You don't see the play here? You don't see that this dude really don't give a, I can't say don't care about the black community, but it's on the priority list only because it has to be for you to be successful at getting where you going. It's not genuine. Like, I didn't, look, if I run for the mayor of Cincinnati, which will never happen, I'm going to run on what I'm really going to do. And I would be as honest, it ain't going to get me 1 vote. It might get me a vote, but I ain't going to get in because I'm going to be like, look, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make Cincinnati public schools. I'm trying to work a collaborative where the city of Cincinnati and Cincinnati public schools all work together. We need our kids in walking. I'm all about education. We need our kids in walking distance of the schools that they're attending. This is what I'm trying to do. We trying to resurface. I want we're going to scrap this whole program because it ain't worked. It hasn't been working. It's getting by. That's like, right. Look, I look at these programs, to be honest with you, and y'all aren't going to like this analogy, but I look at these programs as if they're cars, you riding around in your car with the engine light on. It's just a matter of time before the shit just stop. You're just going, you getting to where you're getting to, and if, barely, and you don't know when that car gonna stop. So you don't go as far as you really should be going sometimes because my engine light is on. You ever went to the grocery store or went to a store and you use your debit card? You get in line and you be praying to God that when you swipe your card, that it's going to go through. That's the same thing. That's how I feel about the school system. Engine light, swiping my card at the grocery store to hopefully they get through. I hope I don't have to take anything out the cart. I'm just telling my truths. And the truth of it, when I hear people say things and say it so easily, even though I understand how it can be taken out of context, I understand what the mayor said. So I'm not going to sit here and beat my head up against the window or the wall and try to make you believe that he don't see any relevance in black men. And I'm not going to do that. But it's still a lost message that people are missing there. Because a year ago, I think I brought it up and people didn't like it. People didn't like the fact that I said there's a huge disrespect going on for black men. And black men won't step up and say anything about it. And y'all know it is. You know it is. And the reason why we won't say anything is because when they're praising our women, how dare us stand in the way of their praise? If you get in the way of them of praising our black women, that means that you don't like black women. No, it don't. It don't mean that. It don't mean that. And look, I'm first to say things on the air right here publicly. I'm the first to say things like, fellas, we need to step up. We need to be in charge of some things. We need to be out in front of some of these things. You understand? I'm the one who say that. And it's not like we don't have brothers out here doing it. But here's the thing. I heard somebody say something on the radio that said, and I don't know how true this is, but I'll bring it up because it's kind of to the point. And that is, wait a minute. Look at his administration. Look at his administration. How many black women does he have in his administration versus black men? Now, I don't know what it is. Maybe I should look it up before I start talking. I'm not going to comment on it. I'll bring it up because it was brought up. But I'm going to tell y'all something, ladies, and y'all ain't going to want to hear this. But the only reason why some people play on y'all emotions and put you first is because we know how detrimental it is if we start getting into that, if we jump into that water of, well, it's very sensitive over there, where if we say some things and black women don't like it, it can go bad for us. It can go bad for brothers. It can go real bad for us. But it's something that we're dealing with and we're facing right now. And unfortunately, some people have learned to conquer that divide. Oh, we're going to put the black woman ahead. We're going to put the black woman ahead of her man. Let me ask y'all this. Think about it. Now, I could be totally wrong for saying this, and I'm probably going to be called a racist, a bigot, whatever, fashionist, whatever the fuck you want to call me. It is what it is, but I pose this question to you. What other race can you say out there right now? What other race of people put their women ahead of their men? Put it in the note screen for me. I'd like to know so I can research it. And that's not me putting down women at all. And I don't mean to sound that way, because for a lot of people, I'm playing right into what they want it to be. But the truth of the matter is, you don't see any other culture right now in society that are doing their men the way black men are being done. Even if it comes down to voting, even if it comes down to being relevant in the community, even if it comes down, all of that shit, yo, all of that shit. All of it. Think of it. I don't see no Asians doing that to their men. I don't see Mexico doing that shit. I don't see anybody doing that. And we do it so easily because they have our strong black women to be able to use as that checkmate move. Checkmate. You say something bad about her, or you think that she can't handle that job, you don't like black women. And now we sit on our hands and we silent and we just let shit fly, because the people that's really pulling the triggers, that don't mean I don't like strong black women. It don't mean that at all. It's necessary. It's necessary to have strong black women. There's just also necessary to have strong black men. And if you mold us to be, look. It all started back in our day. Okay. It all started back in the primer. The primer started in the 90s, when guys like me, my age, were driving our girlfriends to college, driving our girlfriends to school, Cincinnati State, UC, and then we would go hustle. We out in the streets while she getting there. That shit sound cool. Meanwhile, they're getting 4-1 on black women going to school versus black men. Then it escalated from 4-1 to 6-1 to 6-1 to 7-1. Got them educated. Now they're replacing us in leadership roles because we was out hustling. We were, and it was slick to us. It was slick. Drop my girl off at school, you know what I mean? Drop her out at school, and you driving the Honda Civic through the community and shit. She at school and you out shooting dice. Sorry, fellas. Y'all might not have lived that, but that's how it was in the 90s. Some of you may not be from that, but the repercussions from that is what's leading us where we are today. That's why it's so comfortable to put black women who are highly educated in front of black men. And if black men say anything like what I'm saying right now, we are demonized. We are seen as being somebody that just don't think, oh, you don't think women are capable? You don't think women can do this? You don't think, no, it's not that at all. But I just want to say, and for black women, you should feel proud, but you also got to look at the game that's being played, because I don't see white people like that. I don't see Asians. I don't see any other race of people that are demonizing their men and being helped to do it. I mean, there is a serious thing going on right now. I don't know. Pay attention, because remember when I told y'all I put that post out a couple years ago when Brittany Griner got arrested and she was coming home and she was all that old shit about how she wasn't going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and all that. It took me to make one comment about, I bet you she'll stand up for the national anthem now. And people that don't watch this show and listen to the radio and all that old shit, they couldn't wait for me. Well, I wouldn't say they were looking out for it, but when they seen that comment, all of a sudden they know I exist. And guess what they were saying? Oh, look at how he attacking. He need to go sit his ass down. The black woman is the most attacked woman on this planet. Wait a minute. I ain't even talking about a black woman. I'm talking about a WNBA basketball player who don't stand up for the national anthem. What does being a black woman have to do with all that old shit? I was just saying, I bet you, if it would have been LeBron James, I would have said the same thing. If it would have been a white WNBA player, I would have said the same thing. But you see how when you say something that's pertaining to black women, you get demonized, even if you're telling the truth and it don't sound right or don't sound good, or if it don't fit the agenda. Black men are put in a position where we got to sit on our hands and they emasculating us. And I don't care if you agree with me or not, I'm watching it on HD. Jerica said, it's the Lincoln Ware Show. Why y'all saying the radio? Because that ain't the only radio that do it. You want me to say CNN? You want me to say MSNBC? You want me to say some of the, I don't know all the podcasts, but it's not just black radio and locally. It's not just black radio locally. And I say that show, but I tell you what, when they start saying my name, then I'll start saying their name. How about that? It's not like people ain't over there dropping my name. And I'd rather not talk to people that want to be argumentative and all that old shit, or make fun of real shit. I'd rather not deal with that, because them the same circles that's been saying the same shit for decades. Who got time for that? I ain't here to talk to people that want to tongue wrestle with me. I'm here to just say what I got to say and move the hell on. If they don't agree, that's fine. That's good. I'm an opinionated individual. That's it. Okay. Him not knowing me is just like there ain't no gangs in the city of Cincinnati. Jericho Vaughn said he doesn't know you. Okay. All right. Nah, we ain't never broke bread. They don't know me like that and this and this and that. How could you be in a business and not know somebody? I know everybody that's in my line of work. I might not know them personally, but I know they exist. There ain't a Burger King in the city of Cincinnati that don't know where every McDonald's is. So let me ask you guys something. 2 teenagers get shot in the city of Cincinnati. And what we get is this. Correct me if I'm wrong. We get crime is down, homicides is up. I got to pour that. I got to pour on that. I have to pour on that. Crime is down, but homicides are up. That's an Esquire answer. That's a politician's answer. That's the type of answer that if you don't put your thinking cap on, that it kind of makes sense. Well, crime down. And that's what you hear. Crime is down, but homicides are up. So let me ask you something. What's more? Is there a level of importance there? Is there which one are we proud of? I just don't get it. Let me ask you this question about what happened to the two kids, 16, 17-year-old, I believe they were, that got shot, driving around, and shots are being fired throughout the community. What does that sound like to you all? These random 16, 17-year-old kids are being shot at by who? What type of activity? You think my daughter and my other daughter just riding around the city of Cincinnati and just randomly just get chased by a car and getting shot at? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. I hate to say this, but I'm looking at the situation as it really is. I'm watching it right in broad daylight. I'm watching people be elected based on these false promises and false hopes and using us emotionally to pick up position of power to move on to bigger and better things, bigger and better pastures. And we try to act like it don't exist. We're trying to act like that they're not really here for a cup of coffee, that they here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're going to be here and they're going to stay here and they're going to dig deep and dig in the dirt to bring us out of what's going on, because that's what it takes in real leadership, is to dig in and stay. Sometimes we understand it's like having a father in a family's life. He digs in deep. He digs in deep and he sticks around through pain, suffering, and through the whole nine, all the adversity, everything that's going on. And he's there for the 18 to 20 years that it takes to get the job done. A real father ain't going to have a family, and when shit get tough, he want to go on over, he going to find him a different woman that's going to make life a lot easier for him. Not when you really want to make change and keep your family safe and provide for that family. You don't move on to something else that's better for you. That's not what a real man does. Men do it. I don't know if you can call that a real man. I'm going to play this before I get out of here because y'all need to see it. We all need to see it. Let me see if I can pull this up real fast. You need this on your brain. You need this right here on your brain. Let me see if I can do a screen share real fast so I can share this story with you real fast. Check it out.
Shots fired tonight in Coleraine Township. 2 teenagers hit and rushed to the hospital. Good evening to you. I'm Cherie Palello.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Mike Dardis. So this breaking news happening on Wilson Avenue, which is near Hamilton Avenue in Coleraine Township. And WLWT News 5's Helena Battipaglia is on the scene with what she's learned so far. Hi, Helena.
Hi there, Mike and Cherie. Officials with the Coleraine Police Department described this shooting to me as being very complex. They say 2 teenagers were shot while inside this home over my right shoulder here behind me. The gunfire actually came from outside the home, and the 2 teenagers were shot while they were inside. As far as a suspect right now, that person or the people responsible still nowhere to be found. Now, police say they got the call just after 8 o'clock. Those 2 teenagers were taken to the hospital. They are believed to have non-life-threatening injuries at this point. Again, no suspect right now. Coleraine Police Public Information Officer Jim Love says there is a lot going on with this case. He believes COVID is somewhat to blame for an increase in violence this month. He said people must be going a little stir-crazy at home. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
Usually during January, this kind of weather, crime generally kind of diminishes, especially this outside type of crime. But not surprising. It's been very frustrating for a lot of people.
No, we don't have exact ages for the two people shot here, just the fact that they are teenagers. If anyone has any information about what happened here tonight, you're asked to contact Coleraine Police. Reporting live, Helena Battapaglia, WLWT News 5.
All right, Helena, live for us tonight. Thanks for the update. And of course, updates throughout the night on WLWT.com. We hope those teenagers are okay.
COVID. I'm not laughing at the situation. Thank you, Tanika. Thank you, twin. Jerica, thank you. Carolyn Smith, she was the first to say it. COVID. Let me see something. Let me check something. Because the one that I seen, hold on. Let me just check something. Because I seen a different story as well. Hold on one second. There it is. Yeah. Here it is. You may be right, DC. That might have been the older one. I don't know if the stories actually change. But check it out. I'll play the new one. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. I hit the wrong one. You're right. No wonder he said COVID. I was tripping. Y'all know I'm a one-man show over here. Don't be shocked if they blame COVID on this new shit, though. Don't be shocked. That's the go-to. All right, here we are. Here we go. This is the new one. Check it out.
Search continues this morning for a group of people linked to a shooting that left two teenagers hurt.
Cincinnati police say the group chased down and shot the teens on Kirkup Avenue in Kennedy Heights last night.
WLWT News 5's Giacomo Luca live for us at Cincinnati Children's with what we are learning about this case. Giacomo.
Yeah, Megan, one of the teens who was shot brought here to Children's Hospital. That 17-year-old listed in critical condition but is stable. Meanwhile, a 16-year-old brought to UC Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. Both witnesses and neighbors in the area of Kennedy Heights described it as a chaotic situation just last night around 5 o'clock near Kirkup and Odin Avenue. Cincinnati police say a group of 4 people were chasing the teens in a car while firing a barrage of shots. Neighbors saying they heard around 12 of those shots in rapid succession. Witnesses describing a nerve-wracking scene.
There's a lot of kids around here, and I didn't know what was going on. When I came outside after it had calmed down a little bit, everyone was kind of over in that vicinity, just kind of checking on the young guy, calling the paramedics, the police, and all that stuff.
Now, we are still working to get an update on the condition of those teenagers. Meanwhile, the 4 suspects still being sought by police. They were believed to be driving in a white Chevy Spark with heavy front-end damage. Live at Children's Hospital this morning, Giacomo Luca, WLWT News 5.
Giacomo, thank you.
All right, that's the new one. They had an excuse on the other one about it being about COVID. So what do you say about it about now? I mean, what could you use the excuse of? And then I heard the mayor say something on the radio station, and he mentioned this ordeal, and then he said, pass the salt. That's how people that don't want to talk about shit get past it. He's schooled at this. He's a professional. I won't say a professional politician, but he does definitely have PR skills. He understands how to move, how to slide out of a conversation and make it about something different. If you notice your local politician, not local, excuse me. If you look at politicians, they're very good at sliding conversations like that. Very good at it. You ask them one question and they seem like they're going to get to the answer by talking about something else that's somewhat familiar or similar to the question, but they never get there. They never get there. But I heard him mention something. Now, did y'all hear the news says there was a barrage of shots fired? Where did those shots land? Can anybody tell me where those empty bullets ended up? This is a car with a 16 and 17-year-old brazen through the streets, riding through the streets, getting shot at by other. Do you think those was grown-ass men that was chasing them? Possibly, but more likely it was other teenagers We ain't got no gangs. This ain't no gang type shit. I understand. I hear what they be saying. But where you think those bullets was landing if they didn't hit the car? Yeah, they hit other people's cars. They hit other people's buildings. They hit 5-year-olds and kill 5-year-olds. And the mayor today says this, which I've been saying for 4.5 years of Wyatt Live, for almost 5 years in March. Oh, now he wants to say that there's an epidemic of gun violence in the city. No, it's not an epidemic of gun violence. You have violent people in your city that happen to use guns. Stop blaming guns for the shit that people do, and they use the guns to accomplish what goals they have in mind. A gun don't make you a criminal. Plenty of shit happen in this country that is against the law and that's violent, where people don't use guns. Guns, people kill people without using guns every day in this country. We have more guns in this city. We have more guns out here than we have people. We have more cars than we have people as well, sir. Do we have an epidemic of violence of using cars and people dying in car accidents? Doesn't make any sense now, does it? The gun is the excuse for not correcting, not being real leaders and being able to correct the behavior. Let's pick the soft target, the gun. And then what? Here's the politician slide. Well, that's why the people in Lincoln Heights been wanting a gun range. The fuck that got to do? That ain't making no kids in Lincoln Heights go get no guns and shoot. That gun range, okay, it has a separate argument. It's a legitimate argument. Nobody should hear gunshots, but you got more energy for the gun range's gunshots than you have for the gunshots in the street. Make that shit make sense. See, the gun range, just like the gun itself, is the easy target to blame. But really holding people accountable, bringing parents to the table, holding people for what they are producing in our society seems to be the hardest target in the world. And that's why it's never brought up. That's why it's never focused on. And that's why they don't talk about it. Have you? Raise your hand if you ever. I ain't talking about the people that may call into your radio shows, the people that call into your podcast. I ain't talking about the public, because us, the public, got the common sense. We got the common sense of knowing what the true problems are. And part of the common sense is this. We all know to say this, because I read the comments, not just on my show. I read the comments when I'm on social media, and I see people putting in them comments, boy, these parents don't give a shit about their kid. These parents doing anything out here. They letting their kids get away with everything and anything. So if that's always going on in the comments, why don't the politicians and the city leaders say, let's come up with a plan that we can really start holding some people accountable for the shit that's going on out in these streets? You don't think a parent should be accountable for their kid out, 16, 17-year-old, in gunfire? You don't think a parent should have something to do, like, be held accountable? Your kid out here living like that, you got this going on. I mean, what could be the excuse? Well, I gotta work. I gotta work. I gotta work. I gotta get that OT. I gotta get that overtime in. Let me get to the phone lines, because I'm about to get out of here. But this caller been holding for a while. I don't want to disrespect anybody. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Good afternoon, Wyatt. My name's Fame Rothstein.
Fame, what's going on, bro? I'm listening, bro. I just had a light go out. Just give me 1 second, okay? You talk. I hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you and to talk with your listening audience. However, I found your last diatribe to be somewhat diabolical and rather false.
What part? What part? I said quite a bit there.
When you were talking about the first of all, when you were first of all, when you were talking today, you seemed to read a new Bible called the Bible of King Fame Rothstein, because when you were talking about black women being out in front of black men, what society does that. I heard that from a guy named Fame Rothstein. He says that all the time. And when he says that, people be in your group be like, well, Fame said Joe Wyatt, but then you said for 20 minutes on your damn show. Like, what the hell? Are y'all going to say that Wyatt trying to start trouble?
They probably will.
No, they ain't. They ain't gonna listen to your ass.
No.
They gonna listen to you.
I get a lot of blowback. I get a lot of blowback, brother.
No, not like Fame Rothstein.
Okay.
But with the Wyatt, what the mayor had said, first of all, I don't have a problem with what he said. Them old washed up ass niggas ain't relevant.
Well,
we just know their names.
I disagree with that.
We just know their names. They old and washed. That's the problem. The old black men in America, by the time they become the president, the time they become prominent, they're old, washed, they become more of a sage, a character. Barack notwithstanding. There's never been any type of young or middle-aged male national black leadership in America since King was killed. After that, it was like no more. They become these old, washed up, damn near on their last legs, sage Bagger Vance type looking dudes. The white Tillery. Look at him. Light-skinned and non-threatening. That's why he's a black leader, because he's light-skinned. He has straight hair. Why is Charlie Wimberg considered a black leader? Because he preaches religion, Christianity, all that goofy shit that black folks like. That's why he's considered a leader. Who told him he was our leader? That's the question. But she didn't calling in into the radio, talking greasy to that elected official. How dare her? Dare her?
So you don't think there was any truth?
And she's gay. How dare you, Ron?
Wait a minute, hold on, Fame. Now, what does that have to do with anything?
That's why I know she's gay. We don't see her riding around the damn city on her bike with her girlfriend rubbing her thighs.
What does that have to do with?
That before?
Okay, but what does that have to do with her what she had to say about what the mayor's approach was to the three people that showed up? Look, Charlie Wimberg, from my understanding, he is.
She made a decision, Wyatt. She made a decision to be gay. So therefore, you can question all her decisions.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, look, my opinion on gay is different than yours, obviously, because I don't know if I don't want to get into that. We can have that conversation. It's just I'm at the end of the show.
Okay, well, you don't talk about gay. What was that situation with her and some male accomplice?
That had nothing to do with the business. That had nothing to do with the business. That was personal.
It got nothing to do with nothing.
No, what I'm saying, I didn't say it didn't have anything to do with nothing. Listen, I said it had nothing to do with the business. She is a human being just like anybody else. And when we have issues, I don't believe your issues should be carried over into your workplace. And just like I don't believe your workplace issues should be carried to your personal life.
She put dick in front of the city. She put dick before the city.
So the city suffered for her, for what she did in her personal life? The city suffered for that? I'm not going to defend somebody that did something against the law. I just don't know if it matches the.
We don't know yet.
How is it?
We don't know yet.
I think if anything, you would have a legitimate argument if you were talking about people who accept what happened with the 3 council people that have been found guilty or who have admitted guilt in the last federal charges. That's a different argument there. Okay, but when you say somebody,
okay,
say it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just think that's a different argument. That would be something that I would sit here and be like, okay, I understand. But to bring up her sexuality, and I don't know if that really plays a part in how I feel about what she had to say on the radio, based on how she felt disrespected because 2 black men who are groundbreakers of the city when it comes down to civil rights and things of that nature. And I don't know if they were part of the whole movement, but they were definitely some people that were on city council that played a pivotal role at council being what it should be today. That's from what I understand, making that majority of, you know, giving the blacks the majority there. I think that they deserve to be, you know, and this is me. I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. This has nothing to do with parties. I think that when you have people that are grassroots people, they should always be legendary and they should always have a part in what's being, or their name should always ring when they talk about what's going on today if they were part at the ground floor level.
Legendary for what they do.
Right.
Not for what their name is.
Well, no,
you know,
I mean,
Dwight Tillery. Okay. Dwight Tillery was the first black mayor. No, he wasn't even the first black mayor. It was C.R. Berry, so he ain't even historical. He the second black mayor. He the dude for Cleveland Indians. Larry Doby. He ain't Jackie Robinson.
Okay, well, you know, hey, for each, you know, everybody's participation is different. You know what I'm saying, Fame? I'm not saying that you don't have some legitimate argument there, but I think you're putting.
How about completely legitimate argument?
No, you adding some things. Wait a minute.
That we've known for 30 years.
Fame, you adding some gumbo to your pot that shouldn't really. That ingredients don't go in. I don't think everything that you're trying to put in your.
That's because my ass is chapped. My ass is thoroughly chapped because I'm sitting here listening to you, standing up in motion. The same shit you convince these people to believe that that's what Lincoln Ware does at 10 a.m.
What did I say? What did I say before I get out here? What did I say that you didn't like? What was propaganda
because
to you?
You said that the damn mayor said that those guys were irrelevant. They are irrelevant.
No, they're
the
not.
City Hall matters right now.
Well, listen.
They are irrelevant.
There's
they have
two.
No joke.
Fame. Two things can be true at the same time when it comes to that. Okay, let me say it, and then you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay, is it fair? Let's take it piece by piece. When I say that they're still relevant, I understood what the mayor was saying in the context and what he was saying it. I understood. He was saying they're not relevant to City Hall. But the way that black folks in the city are looking at it is they may not be relevant to City Hall, but they're still relevant to the black community and the opinions that they give. They have some pull and some power. You don't think that's true?
They have some pull and power within the black community?
Yes, and that's what that's the position that they're in. You don't think they went to the radio station? Wait a minute. Fame. Their whole argument was not how he was doing his job. It was how Miss Owens made a decision that lost them something that they had worked for back in their days to make it what it is today. That was their whole argument, was what we built when we were relevant. Let's just use your terminology. Or use the mayor's terminology. Yes, they're supposed to be there. It's just like if you were a Negro League baseball player and you built that league up and it became this multi-billion-dollar corporation, you have every right in the world to be able to sit on a board or still be relevant to the sport of the Negro League. You have every right because you helped build it.
You're right. I might have left off for the last part of that because I was reading LaDonna Howard's comments. This is the very shit I'm talking about her. All she does is insult people in the comments. She doesn't stay on topic. She's just trying to take shots at people.
Oh, you in your feelings now, bro. As many shots as you shoot more than you are AK-47. You are listen to you, bro. Fame, I gotta go on that note, bro. I'm at the top of the hour and your man E is on, I believe. I gotta go, man. Thanks for calling in, Fame. I'll talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. Hey, bro, that was much. I ain't gonna let nobody be disrespected on the name calling and all that. And if it's name calling, I can't read all the chat. If it's name calling going on in the chat, man, please stop that. Please cut that out. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on the Wyatt Live Show, 1 o'clock tomorrow, right here. Holla.
Hey, safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on shit since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the Lord. 30K on my wrist for hard times. These niggas just mad cause they bitchin' my archives. Jordan came back, told a 4-5. If you play, then you lay right there by your own kind. Pull up a 4 in a loco. Tell him run this bitch back like so-so. Got this rap shit here in the chokehold. Did a show out in Austin. Shout out to Bobo. Moved out the trenches, now look how we live. Tell my BM to furnish the crib. Walk out the mall with some shoes for the kids. Deposit the checks from my bank full of M's. Paid up my rent, now I'm up for the year. The view look crazy from here. What I paid for some dogs could've bought me veneers. Texas piece on my neck could've bought your career. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on shit since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. Stuffing Cali blood weed in the blunt. Let my little brother roll him a Dutch. My little boy get whatever he want. Madam T don't be asking for much. Pouring lean on the nuggets and runts. Spill the rest of that drink in a punch. Left wrist on some, I had to stunt. Right wrist, I just did it because 600 the labor, you know how we coming. Tell them niggas they ain't taking nothing. Standing on business, we shooting and punching. Hey, ass nigga, go get you some money. I just got off a tour, finna go on another one. Album done, finna drop me another one. Couple M's, finna run up another one. Super Bowl ring, shit, I had to go double. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on shit since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. Hey.